How Beethoven's Second and Fifth Symphonies tell stories of courage and resilience. Riccardo Muti leads the CSO in performances marking the 250th anniversary of the composer's birth. It's one of the mysteries of Beethoven's career, how he managed to write his buoyant and energetic Second Symphony at a time when he faced advancing deafness. The D major symphony took shape in Heiligenstadt, a quiet town near Vienna where he'd gone for 6 months on doctor's advice. Despite these bucolic surroundings, Beethoven vented his feelings of anguish in an unsent letter to his brothers known as the Heiligenstadt Testament. The symphony, however, has an easy grace in its larghetto and a rollicking exuberance in its fast movements. Some listeners were taken aback by its brash gestures. One Leipzig critic described the second as a gross monster, a pierced dragon which will not die. Beethoven's Fifth is not only history's most famous symphony, it gave rise to the most celebrated Beethoven quote, that its opening motif represents fate knocking at the door. Historians have questioned whether Beethoven actually said this, but the image is fitting. The composer introduced the score in December of 1808 in a 4-hour marathon concert at Vienna's Theater an der Wien. The auditorium was bitterly cold that night, and by the time the Fifth arrived, listeners had already shivered through 2 hours of challenging premieres. But any public indifference quickly faded. No other symphony of its day charted such an intense and sweeping journey, from C minor to C major, from darkness to triumph. Another landmark of Western art, Shakespeare's Hamlet, was the inspiration for Ophelias Tears by French composer Nicolas Bacri. Commissioned by the CSO, this world premiere concertante elegy spotlights bass clarinet J. Lawrie Bloom. In 3 movements, tragedy, madness, and death, it evokes the story of Ophelia from early political intrigue to her tragic downfall.